Hey, it's your boy Jack Cuber, and if you just finished learning four-look glass layer, you are now ready for the next step, full PLL. So grab your cube and let's get right into it. For the very first set of algs, we're going to be going over edges only, and we're going to start off with U8 perm. For this case, where you see the edges need to go counterclockwise and you have a full bar over here, and this side is opposite, you're going to go ahead and do this algorithm. And now for the opposite case where the edges have to go clockwise, you're gonna go ahead and do this algorithm, regrip. And now for our very next case where these two edges need to swap and these two edges need to swap, it kind of looks nice because it's a checkerboard pattern. You're gonna go ahead and do this alg. Our very last edge case where you need to swap these two edges and these two edges, you're gonna hold it just like this, and you're gonna do it like this. Our very next alg set, we're gonna go over corners only. Off with this apron where we have the block on the bottom right over here, and we have the headlights on the left. We're gonna go ahead and do this alg, starting off with a regrip. When we have our block on the bottom right, we're gonna notice an opposite corner over here from its edge, and the headlights are gonna be right towards the back, and you're gonna do this alg instead. So regrip again. And now for our E-perm. Now, when doing this, make sure that these two corners over here towards the sides are opposite to this edge, or else, for example, if you did it this way, you're just gonna end up with a H-perm. So over here, you wanna make sure that you get good at doing your D moves with a push and just regular D over here, because now you're gonna go ahead, regrip, and then do this alg. Push. And now for our very next set of algs, I'm gonna be going over what I call the easy adjacent swaps. Off with a T-perm, where you're gonna hold the headlights off to the side, and you're gonna notice that this edge is opposite and these need to be solved. You're gonna hold the cube like this and do this alg. For our F-perm, where you notice this block is up here and everything else needs to be solved, you're still gonna keep the headlights off to the left and you're gonna do this alg. And now for our very next alg, this is gonna be a J-perm. It literally makes the letter J when you swap these two blocks, still holding the headlights off to the side over here. You're gonna do this alg. Other J-perm, where you notice the blocks are lefty, you're actually gonna hold it over here on the solved side, and you're gonna do this alg. And now for our R-perm, where the block is on the left side, you're gonna hold the headlights right in front of you, and you're gonna go ahead and do this alg. I like to regrip and push that F prime, and then do my R2. And now for our very next R-perm, where the block is on the right side this time, you're gonna hold the headlights off to the left side, and you're gonna do this alg. And now for the not so fun adjacent algorithms, we're gonna be going over G-perms. All the headlights are gonna be towards the left, and when you have this block over here, you're gonna go ahead and do this alg. G-perm, where you see this block over here, it almost looks like an A-perm, but don't mistake that. The way you can recognize that is that these are not opposite, so they can't possibly be an A-perm. And now you're gonna go ahead and do this alg. The very next G-perm, where the block is over here and you can't really see it when the headlights are towards the left, and you could mistake this for R-perm and like come over here and then go back, but to avoid that mistake, just look over here first, and if they're not opposite, then it has to be this G-perm. Now you're gonna go ahead and do this alg. The very last one, pretty easy to recognize. The bar is right here, and you're gonna go ahead and do this alg. And now for our very last set of algs, the algs that nobody likes, dia cases. So starting off with end perms, I'm gonna start this one off where the blocks are all on the right, pretty easy to recognize compared to the other end perm where everything is lefty. You're gonna go ahead and do this alg, and then do a J perm, U2, and then insert this pair. Other end perm, you're gonna go ahead and do this, inverse sexy, and then the rest of this part. And now you're just gonna go ahead and solve this F2L case like this to make it into a 3-mover, and then align it towards its proper spot, and then do the F wide insert for the 3-mover. A V perm, now there's gonna be this block which you're gonna hold towards the left side, and you could accidentally mistake this for an A perm, but they're both opposite on each corner. So what you're gonna go ahead and do is this alg, and then when you get over here, you're just gonna do an anti-zoom, F wide R. The very last dia case, we have a Y perm, which you would notice these two blocks with this opposite corner, and these are not solved. And you're gonna hold it just like this, and then do this alg, starting off with a regrip. Pull with that index at first, and then when you're over here, you just solve this OLL case like normal, and then end off with a thumb. Those are all the PLL algorithms I use. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be dropping more tutorials soon. Peace out.